In this video, we're going to be going over signs that you're stuck in survival mode. My voice is a little hoarse today, so excuse that. But first of all, let's talk about survival mode and how it's keeping you stuck and it's not helping you achieve the life that you want. First of all, survival mode is something that you might be going through right now and it's ruining your life and you want to get out of that. What is survival mode? Survival mode is basically when you're stuck in a very unhealthy masculine state of being. Now, what does that mean? There are two different types of energy in men, women, and non-binary people: masculine and feminine. So if you lean towards the more feminine side of the spectrum, usually more women have high amounts of feminine essence within them. And gender does not matter. It just depends on the essence that you have within you. Feminine energy is basically nurturing, vulnerability, and just enjoying life and pure love, basically. Masculine, on the other side, is protection, discipline, working hard, getting toward your goals, and safety and security. And now that essence increases in some women when they go through hardships in their life. If you went through something particularly terrible, lots of trauma in your life, and you've been forced to build these defensive walls up, then you're mostly relying and increasing your masculine energy, the feelings of safety, the feelings of security, protection. All those things within you, you're increasing them more and more and more, and you're diminishing your feminine energy of vulnerability and love in exchange for safety, comfort, and security. Now, this unhealthy masculine energy, it protects you, but it won't give you the life that you want. It just ensures your survival, make sure that you survive, and keeps you safe, but it doesn't make you happy, it doesn't make you glad to be alive. It just keeps you going through the days. So if you go through trauma, you put these walls up when you're around people. You naturally expect bad things to happen. You're super alert. And all of these things ties back to masculine energy and survival mode. Masculine energy, when you have it in a healthy way, it's useful for you. It's useful for your feminine energy to thrive as a feminine woman. If you lean towards more that way, maybe that's why you're watching my channel. But it is healthy if it doesn't go too much in excess. Now, healthy masculine energy keeps you safe, you feel comfortable being your authentic, true feminine self because you know that you can protect yourself and you got your back and you feel secure within yourself. Unhealthy masculine energy is constantly in a state of fear, which we'll go over right now. And this state of fear is known as survival mode. And I'll be going over the signs that you're living in survival mode currently so you can recognize that you're going through it and you need to work on healing that in order to get the desires that you want and manifest the life that you want in general and be your true authentic feminine self, which you resonate with the most. Sign 1 that you're stuck in survival mode is that you struggle with lots and lots of bad luck. It just seems like everything in your life goes wrong. When you want things to happen a certain way, when you're really trying to get a certain outcome to happen, it never works out. Something always goes wrong to sabotage that. You're constantly in a state of anxiety and you feel like you're a control freak, trying to make things go your way. And you get so angry when things don't happen that way, when they don't unfold that way. You're really rigid, you hate giving up control. You want to take control of everything in your work life and your relationships, probably too. You get anxious easily of things going right or going wrong. And it just seems like bad luck is a magnet to you. When I was in my survival mode, I noticed that I had all of these traits. The most stupid things would happen to me, the most unlucky things. I would end up tripping on the way to a place. I would end up missing out on some amazing party which I had no idea about, and all my friends were going, but I didn't get the message. I would naturally just lose money. I would lose friends. I would just push opportunities away. All those things would happen, and I felt so terrible because of that, of having so much bad luck. And I expected bad luck in my life afterwards. It felt normal to me. And I had no idea why I was just born this unlucky. I thought that, okay, well, some people are just born lucky and other people are just born with good luck. The next sign that you're in survival mode is that you fight to feel safe and comfortable at the expense of anything. Back when I was in my survival mode, I hated trying new things. I hated approaching new people. I hated trying new things, even if it was something I really wanted to try out. I was scared to participate in competitions when I was younger because I was scared of the fear of failure. If I fail, it means I'm not good enough. I'm scared people are going to make fun of me and judge me. So I'm not going to do any of these competitions. I'm not going to participate in any of these things because I was scared of the unknown and what would happen. Survival mode wants you to feel safe and comfortable, even if it means sacrificing your happiness and your growth. This is really important to realize. Survival mode is there to keep you safe, which protects you for a little bit of time in hard situations, but it's not a good way to live. At some point, you're gonna have to get out of it, heal, so you can actually get the life that you want and not just survive day to day. You want to actually live. So I was stuck in my comfort zone, no matter how painful it felt for me, because I could just not bring myself to try new things. I was scared of talking and approaching new people out of fears that, oh, what if I get rejected? Oh, what if they hurt me? I did not want to feel pain. I wanted to feel safe and comfortable. I didn't want to feel pain, rejection, any of those emotions. So I just kept to myself. I just huddled in my own shell and crawled deeper into it. And the worst part with that is that you can't grow. Growth only comes from getting out of your comfort zone, getting out of that comfort zone, trying new things. Even if you fail, even if you fall, you need to develop that faith that you can keep going. Because if you're huddled in your shell, in that locked away room that you keep yourself in, safe from the outside world, you're not going to grow. You're not going to see yourself improve in your life. And 20 years pass, 30 years pass, you're going to be the same person as you were before. So when you choose to make the decision and crawl out of that shell, even though it's scary, it's unknown, that's true growth. You will see change and improvement in your life when you actually take that first step. And you can take it slowly. It doesn't have to be like you just break out of your shell and just leave the comfort of your survival mode tendencies. So it's important for you to decide what you want to be like in the next 10 years of your life, 20 years of your life. You could either choose to be huddled in your shell, Or you could choose to make the hard, scary choice and crawl out of your shell bit by bit, take it slowly, and be committed to changing and improving your life so your life would be better than it is now. The third sign that you're in survival mode is that you do not know how to manage your negative emotions. What you've been learning being in survival mode all these years is to just push your negative emotions down, bottle them up, and just store them somewhere deep, or just try to chuck them out the window. This is an actual quote that one of my friends a long while ago told me. She told me that she just shoves her emotions deep down into a bottle and then she chucks them out the window. And she's not a happy person. She lives her life constantly afraid, constantly sad and anxious. And I'm sure by this point you know that when you do bottle your emotions up, they're gonna burst eventually. And I remember when I used to be this way, I would just try to shove all my emotions down, but then when they do get overwhelming and I do burst, it would be during the dead of the night when you start crying, when no one's there watching you. And then you bottle them up again, and the cycle keeps repeating because you don't know how to deal with them. The only way you've been taught to deal with them is to just shove them down and put them deep somewhere within you. And after that, you just look for ways to numb the pain, to numb yourself from having to feel those emotions by using work as a distraction, using your phone, using social media, using TV, using food. All of those things to just numb the feeling of emotions within you that you don't know how to deal with. And a huge part of getting out of survival mode is actually looking at those emotions, acknowledging them, acknowledging that they exist, and working on healing them. Because it's so much easier for you to just ignore and push them down so you don't have to deal with the pain again. But if you want to get rid of them long term, instead of having them keep coming back up again, healing them, being aware of them, and feeling those painful experiences are what's gonna really help you to heal them permanently and to let them go. And that's so crucial for getting out of survival mode. I made a video on how to deal with negative emotions the right way, and I'll link that in the description box below, which you can use to educate yourself on dealing with negative emotions, because no one talks about this stuff. No one. You're not taught this in schools. Chances are your parents, maybe, if you weren't raised with healthy, emotionally intelligent parents, like most people aren't raised with parents like that, your parents can't teach you. And the friends you have around you right now, they probably aren't emotionally intelligent either. So watch this video in the description after you're done watching this one, because this video is quite important, and learn how to deal with and heal your negative emotions. So the next sign that you're in survival mode is that you're constantly in a state of doing and taking action and hustling. Your day-to-day life is basically just you working hard and taking action and crossing things off your to-do list. You're just constantly in a state of, oh, I gotta get this done, I gotta do that, I gotta do that, I gotta do that. Like your mind is hopping from the next task to the next task immediately. And it's really hard for you to just sit still, relax into your body, and just be in stillness with yourself and in the present moment. You're constantly looking for outside tasks, outside stimulation to keep your mind busy and to constantly have something to do. And this again, it can be tied back to ignoring your negative emotions and suppressing your needs emotionally. So a lot of people, they do this because they don't want to acknowledge their emotions and they just want a distraction. But again, this is a very masculine energy trait. Hustling, working hard to the point of burnout, not being properly still in your body, not being present in the moment, not actually giving yourself time to feel feminine and be in your feminine energy. Remember, masculine energy is a state of doing, working hard, taking action. Feminine energy is a state of being, relaxing within yourself, being vulnerable, enjoying the present moment, being completely in tune with the world around you, and just relaxing into a state of bliss. Now, as a woman with feminine essence, if you have more feminine energy within you and what I'm talking about resonates with you, you naturally feel best. You feel best, you feel happiness when you're rested heavily in your feminine energy. When you're in that state of masculine doing, hustling, boss babe, girl boss culture, when you're in that state, yes, you are getting things done, you are accomplishing things, but you tie all your worth to your outside actions, your outside achievements. You're tying all your worth to those accomplishments, and you're working really hard to get that validation, that external validation from the world through working hard and taking action. And answer this question, does that really genuinely feel good to you? Does that genuinely, truly make you happy and feel good? Because chances are, if you're a feminine woman, it does not. I've discovered that being feminine, you feel happiest when you're connected to the present moment. When you're walking outside in nature, you're alive. You feel in tune with every single breeze in the air, the grass, the birds chirping, the sound of a stream trickling by, looking at the butterflies, blowing dandelions, being with your friends and just running around, living life in the moment, enjoying every single priceless moment with your friends, your family, feeling full of love for the world, and feeling connected to the world. That's when you truly feel happy as a feminine woman with feminine core essence. If this resonates with you, then it's a high chance that you have feminine core essence. And since you're in survival mode right now, you're leaning towards that boss babe hustle culture, seeking external validation, seeking accomplishments and awards, and trying to tick off all your goals to get that feeling of being good enough. That's really masculine. Feminine beings, they are inherently worthy. They are inherently good enough for just who they are and for their state of being. The masculine people with a masculine core essence, they love chasing after their goals. They love doing all those things. And it's not to say that feminine people can't have goals. You can. But we aren't that hardworking and hustling. We don't have that mindset like true masculine people do. We like having goals. We like meeting goals. Like we like earning a living. We like making money, but we do it all in a different way, where our feminine energy plays a role in getting to those goals. We reach our goals through feminine energy, not through the masculine, burnt out, overworking energy that we feel if we do try to integrate a lot of that within us. I hope this is making sense right now. The feminine does not like overworking herself and being burnt out. She does not like that. It just makes her feel tired. The feminine hates just working and working and working mindlessly over and over again. She loves to feel alive. She loves to feel connected to the present moment. So, tying this back to survival mode, the only thing that you've learned to do with your unhealthy masculine energy is work and work and work and work. So, these 4 signs that you're in survival mode will really help you identify, understand, and be self aware if you're having unhealthy masculine energy within you. Because that energy will not help you get to the life that you want. And instead, the feminine path, if you resonate with the feminine energy teachings that I'm talking about, that will bring you the most fulfillment and joy. If you have a feminine core essence and if you resonate with what I'm saying right now. Now, to conclude, I just want to talk a little about the current woman in our population right now and my experiences with highly unhealthy masculine women. I used to know a woman who's heavily in her unhealthy masculine energy. She was very stubborn, she was very goal oriented, she was very active. And what I noticed is that even in her body language, it came off super defensive and unhealthily masculine. Some of the most feminine women that I know, they take time with things. They take time, they enjoy things, and they just live for the process. But unhealthy masculine woman, like the girl I used to know before, she was rushing. She wanted to get through things as fast as possible. Even the way she walked. She would walk as fast as possible to get to her destination. Instead of enjoying the sights, enjoying the view. She would just go as fast as she could. Doing. She was also an overachiever. She used to stress herself out with a lot of tasks and put them on her plate. And whenever I did try to talk with her about her emotional baggage and more vulnerable things about herself, and whether she was truly happy with her life or just getting through things day to day, she just told me that she just felt like her day to day life was just shoving emotions deep inside and chucking them out the window. And she did not have enough self awareness to realize that she could change her life. That this type of life, it wasn't making her happy, but she thought this was the only way to live life. She didn't know that there were other ways to live life in a more fulfilling way. She felt as if this is the only path that she could take. She had to hustle, she had to work hard, she had to put up these walls around her and shove her emotions down and harden up and toughen up to survive in this cruel world. And I want to tell you that's not true at all. Because we've been conditioned to think and live in this such hyper masculine survival mode way, to work hard, to get to our goals. Even we as women, we've been conditioned to be like that. But it doesn't resonate with us. It doesn't make us happy. It won't make us feel fulfilled. Sure, it gives us a ton of money, but is that what you really value over being your true authentic self? Being who you really want to be, living life in your preference? Living each moment? I feel like personally, living a feminine lifestyle, being more in tune with your own feminine energy, nurturing that and taking care of that, you will be rewarded. You will be taken care of by God, by the universe, by a higher power that you believe in. Because that is your true authentic nature and your true authentic soul's purpose, to express that feminine energy within you. And this is getting a little deep and a little spiritual, but this is authentic to me, so I want to express that out to you as well. Anyways, back to feminine energy. So, what I want you to know is that by being feminine and choosing to heal out of survival mode and living a more feminine lifestyle, which is aligned with you, of course, which is aligned with you, and makes you feel good, you will be rewarded by the universe. If you choose to go back to that masculine style of living and that masculine energy mode, and if you feel comfortable in that, then maybe you have a more masculine essence, and that's completely fine. But for my girls out there who have a feminine essence and are scared to express that and be vulnerable and heal themselves to let that out, I want to tell you that you will be protected and you will be loved by the universe and God, whatever you believe in. Because it's just so rare nowadays to see feminine people with this hyper masculine culture we're living in right now. True feminine people, not the fake representation of femininity that's in the media. No, true, soulful, authentic, genuine feminine essence that comes from deep within. I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.